EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the so-called Silicon Valley and Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here between the Carolina Panthers and the San Francisco 49ers. Two teams here, each off to 1-0 starts as this one is underway on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Come on. Hit. Come on, boys.
On first down, they'll start out with Hubbard. That's to about the 28. Second down coming up. Well, this defense for the Niners, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Right back to Hubbard. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And out across midfield down to the 45. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. Just a terrific run there, Charles, from a running back who is so compact and powerful, and that strength was on display there.
Yeah, this could be a sign of what this defense is in for because, you know, all week long the coaches were preaching to the defense. You've got to be able to wrap up against a back like him or he can make you pay. Technique, technique, technique.
And they'll run on first down with Hubbard. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Moving backwards on first down, never a good thing. What does that do for the mindset on 2nd down?
Well, it changes your play call, definitely, because as a play call, you're advancing yourself thinking, okay, we're going to get a gain here. Now you got to go back in reverse, come up with something to pick up not just the yardage lost, but gain a few extra.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Fred Warner. And the Niners are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive. They are in a zone. Remember, folks, 4 interceptions for this defense a week ago. First drive, make it number 5.
And the focal point will be the people who pick the ball out of the air. But let's not forget, to make that happen, it has to be an excellent pass rush, terrific coverage where they are plastered to the receivers, and then, of course, taking it away, making the catch, and going in the other direction.
The drive will start with an option going left, and he'll be brought down just shy of the 45.
Here we go.
4 yards remain for second down. Working from the gun, Lance. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Jeremy Chinn picks it off. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
Ready, break!
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage.
70 Ranger.
On 1st and 10, Grant. It's hauled in by Hardy. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover. And they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Give him 3 on the gain there. 2nd and goal.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there. But that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Again, it'll be Hubbard. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Chuba Hubbard, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Panthers use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Watch out now. 52.
Now Lance. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Well, that's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a 2nd one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35.
On the ready.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Ooh, the juke. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. Coming up on 2nd and 7. A give up the middle, Hubbard. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom, quick, 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 and what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, Grant. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down.
Whenever I see an in route dropped, as we just saw on that play, I'm always thinking that in the back of their mind, they're worried about what's coming at them because they're going towards traffic on that route as opposed to being away from it and maybe having a little bit more space.
Let's go
They had
now.
the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here. 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun, Grant. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. 31 yards on the punt there. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Lance. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. And the Panthers are going to take possession of the football.
And, partner, I think this is where long-term starters in the NFL separate themselves from the rest of the pack because there's still 3 full quarters left in this one. More than enough time to move past a pair of early mistakes and find a way to lead your team to a win. Mental resiliency, a characteristic every NFL team's looking for in their quarterback.
So roughing the passer call is accepted, and this officiating crew not making very many friends here with this crowd.
Yeah, we all know that everyone accuses the officials of kind of playing to the home team, but not in this case. They just tried to administer the game the way it's supposed to be. That drew the flag.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Deontay Hardy, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Panthers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point up and through, and it's now 14-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. Now a hit and a loose football. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. So problems compounding themselves here on the return. They just give up the touchdown, and now they lose the football.
Yeah, partner, things are starting to unravel a little bit for them right in front of our eyes. They're going to be looking for some answers and quickly.
On 1st down, Grant. Looking for Marshall, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Armour-Davis.
But to me, it's pretty simple, and it's fairly obvious, isn't it? He's got to start making better decisions with the ball.
That's now 2 interceptions in the first quarter. After interception number 1, there was a long talk on the sideline, and now he's made another mistake.
Yeah, he's just been kind of laying these passes out there. He's kind of been floating them a little bit. He's got to be more decisive in his reads and definitely more decisive in throwing the ball. Rifle it in there every now and then.
And he'll be out of bounds up past the 10-yard line. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give him a short yardage situation here for 2nd down. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, You're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
7 yards there and a first down. Last week, of course, the great performance, over 200 yards. He still wants to be fed.
And they should. That's exactly what you should do. I've not yet met a running back that's run for over 200 yards.
Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
To try again after the sack, Lance. Wide open receiver, complete. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Let's go now.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Trouble, 38. Ready.
Up the middle they go. Clinton. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The Niners at 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1. And they were able to get that road victory in the opener. Now they look to get to 2-0 in front of the home crowd.
And look, any road win in the NFL, that's huge. But when you do it Week 1, that gets you pointed in the right direction and sends notice to the rest of the league that you mean business.
Ready.
From the 36, Lance. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
Shot, 17. Spike, 60. Ready.
Off of play action, here's Lance. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
Now a handoff up the middle. Clinton, and he's going to get this pretty close to a first down, stopped at the Panthers' 42.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
Let's go.
Lance and company going on 4th down. And he will find his man on the outside. And he is going to have the Niners' first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front, but somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's down into the red zone at the 16 after a gain of 16. 1st and 10.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They were starting to move the ball. And what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the line. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter.
Set, hut.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal.
Ready?
Lance going to sneak it. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Lance, a quick throw out wide, complete. Touchdown, 49ers. A great effort there. His second touchdown on the season. And the 49ers go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. And oh, it's blocked. But he will not be able to advance this into the end zone, so it will stand as a blocked PAT. So the lead trimmed down to 8 as here comes the kickoff, and it's away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
Come on.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last...
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. And into the end zone, a pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown.
Well, Charles, you can just see the frustration on the sideline. Safe to say that's not how they expected this series to go. The ball only went one way, and it was backward into their own end zone, courtesy of the pick 6.
And, Brandon, how often do we hear offenses tell us before a game they want to end every series with a kick, right? A punt, a PAT, or a field goal. In case of a defense, they want to end with a punt or a takeaway. And we saw the takeaway right there, and it turned out to be a takeaway that turned into 6 points.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return.
And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And not the first time that they're coming back out off of a turnover, but the last one really hurt Charles with that pick 6.
And it feels like the whole team's infected right now, doesn't it? It's not just been one person. It's kind of been a group effort where the mistakes have happened. Can they put that aside, kind of start over, and put together a nice drive? Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Throwing on first down. Grant. They'll run the screen with Hubbard. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. Only 3 there on the screen at second down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
To throw on second down. Grant. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, he certainly didn't like what he saw at all from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to his safety valve. Give defensive credit. Coverage was in lockdown mode everywhere.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Looking to throw. Grant. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hubbard.
And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
A lot of running backs in the passing game, they're just used to check it down to them or maybe dump off passes. This guy, they use him to stretch the field, don't they?
The stretcher right there turned it into a really nice game. They'll run out of the gun. It's Hubbard. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2.
And that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll go again here with Hubbard. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
Brandon, that's what you call being manhandled at the point of attack. And I know the offensive line gets a lot of blame for that one. But occasionally, the defense just knows what you're going to do. Maybe they scouted it perfectly. Maybe someone tipped it off. But on that play, it had no chance.
To throw on 3rd down. Grant, and tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
Like what I've seen so far out of this defense because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Ready.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They came out not so hot. The first quarter, they were sputtering a little bit. But they seem to have stayed the course and really righted this. He's got a man, complete.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
That one good for 37 yards.
I'm pretty sure any quarterback will tell you it's nice to have a tight end that can stretch the field. And how about him right there, working in the heart of the defense, and they connect on a very nice play downfield, a combination of talent and toughness to go into the briar patch.
Let's go now.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. Clinton. And a solid run down inside the 30. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
That was a good run, and it got to the 2nd level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
Okay, ready? Blue striker. Ready?
From the 29, Lance. This one caught by Kittle. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taking them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
So 3 plays already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. To throw, it's Lance. And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown, 49ers. A 5-yard touchdown. And the 49ers have moved out in front. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. This is right in Kyle Shanahan's wheelhouse. He'll go for 2 here.
Lance going to try to throw for this.
Complete at the 1. And he'll get into the end zone to push the lead up to a field goal. And around the goal line, especially on 2-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
Taken at the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Well, there's still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. To the end zone, a pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown.
Well, it certainly looked to me like he tapped into the quarterback's thought process there. And what I'm hearing more and more when I go around the league, defenders sitting in on quarterback meetings trying to learn more about how they think so they can be in the right position, to be in the right spot, as he was there to pick that one off and take it all the way back for a touchdown.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And he elects not to bring this one out as his guys will take over at the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. Throwing after the interception, Grant. He gets this one to Hubbard, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Back to throw. Grant. And the Niners get there and bring him down. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here.
And he'll get it down to the 47 here. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. From the gun on 3rd down, Grant under pressure, and down he goes. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hekker to punt it away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime.
Down.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they'll begin inside their own 10, so field position certainly not in their favor here. Throwing for his running back, and he's got it complete. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. So we've hit halftime here in Santa Clara with the 49ers out in front. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. This is taken just shy of the 10. And he's all the way up across the 40 and down at the 42. Great return.
But one thing I know for sure, the standard speech is to treat the game like it's tied. But when you have an advantage, they also tell you, make sure you don't get your foot off the gas. Message received.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
They'll run on first down.
Clinton, and he's got it to about the 40.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
They fake the handoff. Now Lance.
Escaping the pressure right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's third.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. If they want it first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on third down.
Ready?
Lance now to throw.
And he comes back with one complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 29-yard line. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
Again, they'll throw it with Lance.
He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15.
The Niners passing game in sync now. They've got another first down.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete.
And the Niners are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they can be set up with a 1st and goal.
On first down, Clinton. And across the goal line into the end zone. Touchdown, 49ers. Taking it in from 2 yards out.
And the 49ers take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. So another touchdown for him on the year now, Charles. He had 2 in the opener last week, and hits pay dirt for a 3rd time here.
And with good health, he's got a really good chance to be up there among the leaders in touchdowns scored when this season comes to an end. Quick question, partner. Is it bad luck to toast him with a sports drink?
Not at all, partner. I think that's a fantastic idea. Cheers.
Extra point safely through. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go now.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
And they'll start on the ground with Hubbard. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Straight ahead with Hubbard. And he's got room. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. 91 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Panther 60, Panther 60.
On second down, here's a run with Hubbard. And nowhere for him to go again. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down.
Early down stuff's to put this offense in a precarious position. We know the security point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. After the delay, they're backed up even further for third and long. Looking to throw. Grant got his man complete over the middle. It's Moore. And they stop him up short of the first down as they get him at about the 43. So the pitch and catch good for 11, and that's going to bring up the fourth down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there, and they rallied and made the tackle.
On fourth down, Grant. Now this is caught. He hits Moore. They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. So not only do they convert on fourth, but they pick up 22 yards in the process.
And that's a big pickup of a first down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on fourth down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Chuba Hubbard, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Panthers get a bit closer. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is trimmed down to 10. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score. Now a throw here to his running back. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up the touchdown.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Watch out now, 52.
Lance now on first down. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
That's caught at the 25. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25.
Frankly, I don't know that this defense knows what to do anymore. Just look at their body language out there. The passing game has absolutely been relentless throughout.
They'll run on first down. Clinton. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage. So timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Play action. Now it's Lance. Touchdown. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Niners will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third. Point after, up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. The 49ers ready to kick it away, and here we go. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Now this shot downfield on second down is brought in. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close.
Ready?
Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now. Back to throw. Grant over the middle, complete. It's Hubbard. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
Hot 70, hot 70. Shot 60, shot 60.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He's got a man, complete. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Hubbard. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. Hubbard again. And going to ball his way in for a Panther score. Chuba Hubbard, his third touchdown of the game and fourth on the year. And the Panthers have got it back to a two-score game here in the fourth. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. Oh, good return up past the 30. Past midfield. Still going. And he won't get all the way into the end zone as he's out of bounds, but not before getting it down inside the 10.
Similar to golf, you never want to count a score before it actually happens, but you have to figure. They thought they were going to get 6 on that play. Great effort to keep them out of the end zone, but a big-time return.
Breaking the huddle, first and goal as the return team has set him up with golden field position. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. From 6 yards away. And the Niners are on their way to a 2-0 start. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go now.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so he didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right, nowhere to go.
This pass complete to Reynolds. And he is going to have the Panthers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. On 1st and 10, Grant. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Throwing again, Grant. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down. What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that one. He's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
That pass is caught by Hardy. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. So the 14 yards actually takes him from 143 to the other for 1st and 10. Back to throw again. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
They'll look to throw again.
Quick slant to Watson. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
The offense on third down tonight, 3 for 7 so far in this game. They're looking at third and a few inches. He finds Watson. It's caught. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 17-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Touchdown, Panthers. DJ Moore. from 17 yards out. And the Panthers are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you kept them out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. The 40. Past the 20. He will score. Touchdown, 49ers. It's been a back-and-forth game. A lot of points on the board. And that return right there kind of indicative of how this thing's going.
Now, you've seen both teams go at it. And as you just pointed out, both of them have found the end zone. But just like in boxing, you know the blow that hurts the most? The one you didn't see coming. And that often is the case when it comes in special teams.
So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Operating from the gun. Grant got his man complete over the middle. That's Marshall. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Looking to throw. Grant. They'll set up the screen here for Hubbard. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Again, he'll drop to throw. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Moore. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 34-yard line. That one covers 29 yards. First down.
Let's go now.
Back to throw. Grant throwing the out route incomplete. That's Reynolds. And he's going to get this down near the 25. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Grant to the right side, and he's got more complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 14. These two have hooked up 9 times now this afternoon as they pick up the first. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Panthers are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is trimmed down to 10. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
Let's go.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
Trouble, 38. Shot, 17. Set.
On first down, Clinton. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 41 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. This offense really looking polished these first couple of weeks. Here's 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Clinton looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Come on, set. Ready.
Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. Backed up here. Tough spot. Needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Niners, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Green Bay Packers. Meanwhile, for Carolina, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll try to make amends next week as they host the New Orleans Saints.